Hello YouTube. Today we're going to change the battery, replace the battery on a Timex Ironman Triathlon. This one happens to be the 30 lap. As far as tools, all you should need is a what they call a 00, very small Phillips head screwdriver, and maybe a paper clip to reset the battery after you put the new battery in. As far as doing this, I would recommend, if you have a workbench that's wood, or even just a piece of wood, to make it easier for you, you could put the watch like this, protecting the face of course, and maybe putting a screw here and one here to hold it down and prevent it from doing what you see that's happening. The other thing, as far as removing the screws, I would recommend, removing in this way. As most things, there's a little spring in there to prevent from damaging the seal. This is water resistant, not waterproof, water resistant. So you want to try to save the seal, so every time you change the battery, you don't also have to change the seal. As you see, if it's going to be the first time you replace the battery, you should find this red sticker which says that after you replace the battery, once you have the new battery in there, to make sure and short it out with the battery to reset it. After you remove the red sticker, you're going to see how the battery is held in place. If you have your watch as I do, you're going to see the only screw that you're going to see on that bracket, the one closest to you. You very carefully remove that and see the little latch on the other end. That's what holds it in. I would say, especially if the battery still has some juice in it, make sure you don't touch anything if you have a metal screwdriver, as I do. And after doing that, you should the battery just comes straight out. Now it seems that maybe they send me the wrong battery, because as you can see, it's a very large box that this battery comes in. So it must be, or maybe the replacement battery, it's much larger probably, so it'll last longer. Oh no, very large box for this little battery. Maybe it's just for Jeff Bezos to be able to keep accumulating wealth. Larger packages, I guess, earn him more money. Okay, this one happened to be the 2016 with Duracell. The back of your watch cover should tell you what battery you need. Make sure you remove this sticker, okay, on the negative side of the battery. And remember, as it says on there, make sure if you have a baby or someone that likes to eat batteries, you don't leave the battery around, because they could eat it and they're not good. Okay, removed the sticker, and as you can see, this one is DL or CR216 for this specific watch. I would say, after removing this, make sure you don't touch the other end. I didn't see any instructions on there as far as anything for cleaning the battery with alcohol or anything like that. If you're working, I would say, on an area like where your feet are touching a carpet, I would definitely not suggest that, because you could create static electricity, and something this small as the electronics on a watch could be damaged. So I would make sure you're also grounded. Okay, next thing you want to do is put the this gasket back. As you can see on my specific one here, model, it has already a shape to it, and if you look carefully, you will see where it will fit. Very important if you are gonna use this in the pool, in the ocean, river, lake, whatever, that you put this 100% correctly. If not, it's going to leak. If it has any dirt, anything on it, I would say clean it with alcohol and cotton. Okay, next you want to go ahead and put the little bracket there that holds in the battery and screw it in, not too tight. Okay, and next what you want to do is, it said in the red sticker that you previously removed, is short out the AC pad and the positive of the battery. So the positive is what's facing up and the AC is right there. So go ahead and do that. Oops. Okay, next you want to go ahead, put the back on. Remember to keep an eye on that rubber gasket. Okay, and lastly, of course, the 4 screws in the back. I would highly recommend just get them all started. Again, remember that gasket that doesn't move as you're doing this. And I would recommend tightening, let's say, this one down a little bit, then jumping here, coming back, okay? Something like this, okay? So that the top goes down. Remember, it has those 2 springs on there. It goes straight down, not, you know, at an angle. If you ever change the tire, or your dad showed you when you were young, when you first got your car, how to change a tire, hopefully he showed you correctly that you never want to tighten like this, because, you know, then the rim, the wheel is not going to be perfectly straight on the car. So let's say if it was 5, you always go like a star. So again, that's very important. Make sure you do that. If you have the correct size screwdriver, you should be fine as far as tightening these screws down. Not too tight, of course, where they can easily break off. But remember, if you're going to use this in the water, you want it to be tight enough so that it doesn't leak water in there. If I missed anything, or you found something to be done easier, as always, than I did from reading the instructions that I found online, didn't find this exact on Timex.com model, but found a couple of different ones that were very similar, and that's what I followed, and of course some common sense. So let me know down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe for new videos of repairing things around the house. And I still have not had or made the time, due to my business, to start the new channel that I said, as far as what I learned in the military. But I will let you know if I do that, for those that are interested in that. So again, subscribe, like the video if this helped you, and share it. I appreciate it. Patriot Marine out.